right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. As always, I'm just gonna kind of slough around for about a minute before I start running the ads, so nobody has to listen to the pre-rolls for an hour. We will be playing the Blueprints today. This was recommended to me by the Discord, and I was just waiting for it to come on sale, but we did in fact have our bit and sub goals working towards this one, so we'll need to think of a new bit and sub goal for it coming up, or for what we're going to use that on next time. Ads are going to start. So there we go. If you don't want to hear my pre-stream spiel, go ahead and skip about 3 minutes in. Otherwise, you can go ahead and scrub through the video until this pre-roll GIF goes down. Oops. It is too high on the list. There we go. And then you can jump right back into the video. Hello, nephew. I'm just about to do my pre-roll ads, so I hope you can hear that. Anyway, for those watching on YouTube or on Twitch, thank you very much for joining me in the earlier times, right at the start. What was I going to say? Oh yes, if you're watching on YouTube, please do follow. I would very much appreciate the subscribe, it helps out. If you're watching on Twitch, on a VOD there, then I would very much appreciate your follow so that you can come hang out live. I do this for fun, so having more friends to hang out with is never a bad thing, and I always appreciate extra presence. Helps keep things fun and interesting, especially with my health as crappy as it is. We just finished up Subnautica Below Zero. As I mentioned just a few minutes ago, Blueprints is the new game that won the vote on Discord for what we use these sub and bits for. If you are interested in also having your vote heard, by all means, please do join the Discord. You're welcome to it. We have a great little community of people rolling, and on top of just hanging out with them and having basically unbridled access to me at any time during the day, there's lots of other options, including the ability to arrange a time to play with me either on stream or off stream, meme channels, votes for what the next game I play is, what the next game I get with the bits and subs is, game suggestions in general if you have something you'd like me to see play. There's also a channel specifically dedicated to showing what I currently have on Steam, so that if you want to see me prioritize something I already have, you can just let me know and I can push that to the front of the queue. For now, one more thing about that, because we're not quite done with the ad break, is there's also a tracker for the next horror game that I play. I think it's called the Horror Game Tracker channel, and since I run that sort of goal on an average viewership basis, if you want to see me play those scary games and be scared witless, you feel free to suggest one or just contribute to that by hanging out, and then you'll get to see me be a chicken. In fact, if I mention this while Doug is here, Doug will play the chicken sound for you, because I have given my chat too much power over me. Anyway, I'm not sure how much longer the ads are going to last. It's saying about 15 seconds left, but we're going to jump right back into the stream here. And I have a little bit more to tell anyone that's in chat and hasn't heard that. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. Alright, welcome back, nephew. Thank you very much. I'm online now, Doug. How are you doing today, nephew? Gonna bring down that GIF. There we go. Also, is today a short day for you? I feel like today is a half day. Everything should be rolling. There we go. Back to the game. So I have not touched this game at all. It is literally brand new to me. And, wow, that's not much for graphics settings. I'm doing as alright as I get. Thank you for asking. Blueprint mode is tab. Room directory is R. Shift is to stroll. I guess that's walking. 11:40. Okay, so you're almost at the end then. For everyone else, this is, and for the VOD as well, this game is 100% new to me. It was only recommended by Discord, and I think I watched the Game Grumps play it for about 20 minutes and was really interested in it anyway, so I'm glad that I got it. But I'm going in completely blind, and I don't know what's going to happen. So, if you're here already, no spoilers please if you know what's coming up. But if you want to think through puzzles with me or give like suggestions with what I have, that's fine. Feel free. That's welcome. For now, let's jump into it. I think there's a cutscene to start. I'm glad you're doing good, nephew. Hopefully school is going well for the day. I heard Grandpa and Grandma decided to come see you guys yesterday and were pleasantly pleased with niece's recovery, which is good. Dogu bomb. Hey, Conop, welcome back. It's so nice to have you here again. How you doing? You may not always say much, but it's nice to have you. Your presence in chat is missed. Oh yeah, you did. You just skipped the intro and the beginning adverts?
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington.
And as I was saying, I know absolutely nothing about this except for about 20 minutes I saw the Game Grumps play it, so this is 100% blind.
Wills and codicils heretofore made by I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece.
What familial relation is a grandnephew anyway? Like your sister's grandchild?
And to the house and land
Sister or brother's grandchild?
The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
I mean, it didn't seem like he put a time limit on it, so that's good. I hope you guys liked my going live message, by the way. I thought it was hilarious. Because Prince is blue, so he's sad. It's Blue Prince. I thought it was hilarious, just so we're clear. Alright, so from what I understand, like if what I recall from Game Grumps is correct, The footprint number on the top left is the number of rooms I can traverse in a day, and they go down regardless of if I'm going to a new room or back to one I've already visited. So I have to manage that as backtracking as well. And there are ways to increase that, like going through certain rooms will restore some, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure about what's available in terms of rooms. Here we go. This is exactly what tells me about it. When you no longer have steps left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Okay. That is the prettiest queen card I have ever seen. What's this? Open only in the event of my death. Okay. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. It went alright. I'm glad it's done. Below Zero is not my favorite game, so we finished it up. It's all uploaded to YouTube now. And we got to move on to something new. And I'm hoping this will be a lot more fun for me. But I did get follower number 69 yesterday, as you mentioned. I wouldn't even have noticed if you hadn't said something. So we made mention of it when it happened, yes. I was like, follower 69. Nice. So let's see here. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular corridor, or any particular door, I should say. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. Okay, cool. Actually, can I right-click out? I can. Good. The Mount Holly Blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing tab. Okay, cool. The antechamber should be room 46, I'm assuming. I'm not really sure if that's like just a room I can get through or if it is room 46. I just don't know. Anyway, how was your time off? Connor? I haven't heard from you in a while. How you doing? Did you enjoy your time? You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to or if you're busy. I'm just asking because you haven't been here for a while. Well, I'm very glad to hear that. Now, can I... Once you have drawn floor blueprints, you must select one to draft. Okay. In that case, I'm going to go... I guess I'll go this way. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2 steps. I can imagine. It is unfortunate... Oh, it's too wide. Oh well. It is unfortunate when you have to say goodbye to people you care about, but I'm glad you had fun at least. That is very important. Greetings from Reddington. I'm not really sure why it's rank 1 bedroom. I think I can upgrade things. The trunk is locked. Okay. So trunk or is in the bedroom. What do we have here? That's a dead end, so that's useless. Corridor is always left unlocked. I didn't really want to put this here, but it will be good to open because that's supplies. So a gold and a key. Oh, I can probably use the key in that chest. Maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. Another gem, a key, and a gold. Nice. Okay. That worked out well. That was convenient as heck. I kind of want to go outside, but I don't want to reset when I just had something good happen. So, we're going to go this way. Guess we'll do spare room. There's not really anything in here as far as I remember. Hey, you can see outside. That's cool. I guess that just shows you where stuff is. Let's go through... Oh, I don't know what that puzzle piece is. 2 items. Pantry or a parlor. I'm gonna grab this one. Because... Oh, it's not a puzzle piece. It's just a puzzle. Okay. I can grab the key, but I'm going to wait for that because I know these have... I know this is the logic puzzle. The one that's like 2 statements are true and 1 is a lie, or 2 statements are a lie and 1 is true, something like that. May the 2nd. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game that I had played some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you incline to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. Okay. There will always be at least 1 box which displays only true statements. At least doesn't mean only 1. There will always be at least 1 box which displays only false statements. Which doesn't mean only 1. Only 1 box has a prize, the other 2 are always empty. Okay. So it's my job to deduce if there's multiple true or multiple false, and then figure it out. Let's see here. This statement appears on another box, which means those 2 are true, and this one is false. The blue box is empty. Okay, so the blue box has stuff in it. Hooray, victory! That was a very easy puzzle. I'm assuming they will get more complicated as we go, but... Ooh, guest bedroom has 10 steps. You know what? I have enough stuff right now, and even though I don't want to lock myself out, I'm going to do this anyway. 10 steps seems like a good idea on an exploration day. Ooh, found keys. Car keys? Neat. Why is the guest bedroom rank 2? Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick... And thank you for the encouragement, Connor. You're always so supportive. I appreciate you. Just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord of Anson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in your house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles, and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. Okay. And it looks like that's everything that was in there. Yes, okay. Now, question is, do I get 10 every time I enter? No, it's a single one. Okay. That's unfortunate, because it means I just wasted a lot of them going in there. Whenever you enter versus just 10 steps. Okay. So it will stipulate what's going on. Let's go into the hallway. It's the only one that will lead me forward right now, actually. I've kind of cut myself off from a lot of things. And this seems to be nothing except a traversal. One of the many nondescript hallways. Okay. Wait, hold on. What's this? Rooms 1 to 12. Oh, so that's just showing what I've got available. Okay, cool. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. I'm guessing the west wing is just anything over here. Okay, that's fine. Understandable. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's unfortunate. Instantly locked out. Okay, oh well. That super sucks. Well, it was day one. I had to figure stuff out eventually. Now, it did say something about food for sale in here. The main course is only served in the dining room. So I can use my coins to buy extra food or extra steps. That's cool. Huh. Alright, neat. There doesn't seem to be anything else in here, so I guess that's it for now. Why is there two looking menus? Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'll see if I can go outside, because I did kind of burn through all of my options for the day, unfortunately enough. Oh. I assumed that would end my day, but I guess not. It does consume a step to go outside, though. Which is interesting. Is there something out here, then? There is. Oh, that's interesting. A sealed door to get underneath the mansion. And bird pool. This is a really nice aesthetic. I like the way it looks. So what's down here? Anything? This doesn't count as going into a room, and the torches aren't lit. So it's probably nothing. Just decoration of some sort. Maybe a storage room. I'm not discounting that it will have some purpose later. I just don't think it does right now. Let's see what happens if we go out here. Anything? Nope. Another bird waterer. Oh. That looks like another door of some sort. It makes me wonder if there are going to be some rooms or some bonuses that lead me out here. Ah, there's a campsite. It's cute. This must be where I'm staying. The campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu to return to the campsite for the night. Okay, cool. That's helpful. That's an interesting little stuffed animal. It looks like a bird in a swimsuit. It might be an Easter egg of some sort, but I am not aware of what it could be. A little orchard. Man, this is kind of cool. I like the thought of having a little orchard like this, just separated and on the property, but still functional. That's nice. And then, like, bunker doors. Oh. So check that out. Some of my steps have actually gone down while exploring the outside. It actually does consume energy to go through some of these. What counts as using the energy? Okay, so going from the grounds to the outside. What about going into that underground bit? Because if it's consuming energy to do that, that means there must be something important in these areas. Something that would require exploration. It still counts as the grounds. I don't know. It's interesting, though. Should be in the garage. Okay. Well, I have nothing else I can do for today, so we're going to have to retire. Save and continue. I'm not that scared. I was exploring it. I didn't expect monsters or damage or anything. Conop's being mean again. Okay, let's see what we can do. Corridor is always left unlocked. So doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. So yes, thank you for the fart. I appreciate it. I should make that one a little bit cheaper, I think. Corridor is always left unlocked. I'm going to go through here because if it's always left unlocked, that means that there's good access to the left side. And then there's a puzzle in the parlor. We'll go do this one, because this will lead me up and to the left very nicely. Or up and to the right, I mean. The blue box is true. The blue box is empty. this is the blue box. So this is a true statement. Let's take the opposites of each of these. Blue box is empty, blue box is true. So if the blue box is true, and this is the blue box, which it is, that means this one is the liar. So the blue box is empty means the blue box is full. It's a good thing I'm not colorblind to blue. That actually kind of reminds me of this anime, and I guess this manga as well, called The Apothecary Diaries, where there was an exploratory type thing, like an exploratory room in a palace, where, what's this? Hold on. Staff notice, out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Alright. But there was a, like, proof of royalty type room around a palace in this anime, and the gimmick was that only royalty would be able to find their way through, because all of the codes or all of the clues to get through were codes based on people being colorblind and not able to see doors the same way that everyone else does, which I thought was kind of interesting. You don't usually see that. Let's see here. I guess I'll go into the den. I'll burn one of those gems. I'm not sure I've been in here before. What's this? Picked up another gem. That's nice. Okay. If they always do that, that'll be cool. I guess I'll go in here. Bedroom. There's a key in here, though. Yeah, let's go for the key. I feel like that might be handy because I don't have one yet. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventures, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, a scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool. You will not regret having beside you on your journey. Okay, I might have to look into getting myself a little notepad for next time we play then. For right now, let's head back down to the West Wing Hall. Actually, let's maybe go to the den. We'll see what happens in here. I like this giant clock. This is cool. Security. View inventory of all items currently in the house. Gem requirement 1 gem. Okay, let's try that. I think this is a cutscene. And I don't know if the Game Grumps skipped this or not. I don't really remember. As I said, I only watched about 20 minutes of their playthrough. Not that it was a playthrough. I got a little fed up with the way they were doing things. Are those ones coming to a halt? So there are eyes on basically every room, which is interesting. I wonder if the screens are showing clues about something too, or if it's specifically meant to observe. Wow, that bitrate is awful. What's on this notepad? Blue memos are true, red memos are lies. Okay. And I'm guessing this is true because it's got the little blue at the top. What's this? Welcome to Mount Holly Security. Press enter. The following is a detailed list of items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. Okay, well, go to main menu. Keycard system. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently operational. Let's see if we can disable this. Set security level. You would expect to see 1 or 2 security doors with a low setting and 5 or 6 with a high setting. Okay, I'm guessing low is the best way to do that. I don't think there would be any reason to have more security doors. Change offline mode. This mode determines the default setting the security doors will be set to if power is lost, during a blackout, for example. As a general safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working on the estate. That sounds like a good idea, yeah. Okay. Turn to security menu and then log into network. Oh, I don't have a password. Okay. Exit. Is there a password somewhere in here is the question. It would be kind of silly if there was, but I am curious. Not going out there, that's back into the den. Staff notice, effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Okay. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Terminal password is... It starts with an S, but it's not really saying what it is. Okay. Let's read the lie first. The antechamber has been unlocked, and access levers are no longer protected entry. Okay, so the antechamber, which is that one furthest in, is locked, and levers are required. Okay. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Okay. So I basically need to gather keys and some security key cards as I start heading north. In other words, the further towards the antechamber I go, the more prepared I need to be. That's fair. That's reasonable. Now there was supposed to be a punch clock somewhere in here, right? Like a terminal to log in. I guess this is the security terminal itself. And of course this is already logged in. Okay. Let's maybe see what's going on over here. I'm not going to go to the commissary because I have no need to go in there. But I will pick up more steps, I think. No, that'd be awful. That is not where I thought it would be. Okay, spare room it is. I'm not actually going to go in there, though. Because I don't have enough stuff to really press north. I don't need the extra steps quite yet, so I'm going to do the storeroom and start gathering some extra supplies. Because I think that would be a good idea. Hoping I'm not going to get myself locked out. That's towards the spare room, which I don't quite need. I'm curious about where these levers that I'm supposed to flick for the antechamber are. I have no idea which rooms could be involved in that. That's a bit of a shame. I have to double back through the parlor here, but whatever. I think I'm going to go north next, because I already have this entire left side, which means anything on the right, if I put stuff here, will lock me out if I don't get hallways going straight north. Okay, well that sucks. A courtyard. Utility closet has a breaker box. This one's kind of tough because I want to do the breaker box, but I don't want it to lock me out of north. I guess I'll do the courtyard. Because so far I'm not at any areas that require me to turn power off. I'm not entirely sure what I can find out here, but I think some of these have like shovels and things. Ooh, what's this? Metal detector. Cool. I don't know how to use it, but it's cool. I think this requires a shovel. Again, I didn't see much, but I remember there being mention of a shovel when I was watching the Game Grumps play. Let's see here. There's a drawing room. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Okay. That sounds like a good idea. I have no idea what that would mean precisely, but here we go. Each time you click on a door, you will draw these 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items in rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. So that's this one, I guess. Right? You may draw new floor plans while drafting this room. Okay. Anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. I'm going to go this way first. Locksmith, keys for sale, or the guest bedroom. Actually, if I go through the pantry, that means I get extra gold, and it fills the room nicely. So, wait, no, I'm already at the farthest level? No, I do have more space. Okay, we're doing pantry. That's nice, okay. Oh, cool, okay. It just lets me know when there's gold in here. Gold or keys in here. Please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an ideal spread, or an even spread, would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Okay. Utility closet goes that way. Bedroom. Oh, I like that one. I don't know. Four items in the walk-in closet. Maybe I'll do this one. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's the good one to do right now. I have no idea what's in here, but we're gonna see. Gem, what's this? Deposit box key, a safe deposit box, okay. And then car keys again? Yeah. Okay, cool. Now let's see here. I can go straight up or back into the courtyard. I'm gonna go straight up because there's no point in going to the courtyard. Can do hallway or commissary, which I don't need the commissary quite yet. I am curious about redrawing floor plans. Will it cost me anything? It does not, but I can only use it once. And it's going to cost me money now, okay? Well, I learned, okay? It was important to learn. It kind of sucks, but it was important to learn. And apparently I can find something metal in here. Oh, a key. Cool. That's helpful. I guess I'll go right first. Hey, check it out. I just noticed this. There's a bishop in the chapel. That's funny. I like that. That's a cute decoration. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. Oh, both of those are pretty good. You know what? If I do this one, though, it will let me get access to this last spot. Sure, why not? Oh, come on. That was clever. I didn't even do it. I'm not the one that did it. I just noticed, okay? You can boo me all you want, but I wasn't the one that did it. I just think it's funny that they put the bishop, which is the chess piece, inside the chapel. It's cool, okay? It's a good idea. Let's see. A rink room. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. I'm not sure what that would... Oh, a bunk room. You know what? Let's do the breaker box. Just because. This is a dead end now anyway. I may as well. And I guess we'll... There's something in here. Hey, a coin. Cool. Power in the dark room. Oh, power in the garage. Let's turn that on. This is power to the cabinet? That's interesting. That doesn't do anything. Keycard entry system. Let's turn that off. VAC indicators. Well, I guess let's turn all of these on. I don't know what it'll do, but if it's an indicator, it might be helpful. Let's maybe turn off power in the darkroom. I'm not sure what that'll do. I hope I don't actually run into any dark rooms though, because they are ones that don't let me see things. Why did it just bring up 2 beds? I don't know. So I'm gonna have to go through the chapel again, but that's okay. We can go to this side, and I have to hope that I get something that'll lead me to the right. Crap! Okay. I can still go up through the spare room up here. That's okay. We are not locked out. We're good. Don't care about the lavatory. We're going into the guest bedroom for the extra steps, because I will need them. Grab a key. Good. I think this is the message I already read. Yes. Okay. I hate how much gold I'm losing in this room, but it was important nonetheless. Oh, I went the wrong way. Nope, right way. We're fine. I just have to go all the way around. Okay. Corridor up and to the right. It's a good thing I got those extra steps, because I certainly needed them to get around here. What do we have here? So, the closet would end my run. The hallway is going to be important, because it'll give me 2 options. Guess we'll go this way. Oh, it's locked. I knew that. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gave 5 steps. I don't want to do either of those. Each day, a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. I'm at rank 5. But this is the only one with ways through, so I'm going to have to do that one. I'm going to try and go north again. Hopefully this isn't locked. It is. Okay. I do have a lot of keys, so that's not actually a huge problem right now. My only issue is I don't want to burn through them quite yet. I'm going to do the passageway. I feel like that'll be important to have more access. Let's see what's down here. That's locked. Actually, that room right there is locked, no matter what this run. I'm going to do the dark room just because I remember I turned that off. I don't know what's going to happen having turned the power to the darkroom off. See, that's a key card. It would have locked me out if I didn't have that. Okay, cool. So because I very specifically turned off the power in these rooms, I can use this without too much of a problem. I guess we'll see whatever this is. That's a weight room. Lose half your step. Oh, no way. I ain't going in there. I guess we'll go into the archives. Rank 7. Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book Swimbird had been... Oh, I wonder if that's the login password. Swimbird had been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning the prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort, which is cut out. She was no stranger to the public eye even before her literary success. The niece and closest living relative of Baron H.S. Sinclair, Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. So maybe that's the character's mother? The main character's mother? That might be why he is a grandnephew. Because, let's see, the relationship is the niece and closest living relative of H.S. Sinclair. So that would be his brother or sister's daughter. And then if I am her son, that would make me, I guess, a grandnephew. Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering about that. A Swimbird author never considered herself successful. She confirmed by Gail Hermes is the same, it doesn't say. She confided, my son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime. And so as we ran out of books we owned, my imagination had to take over from there. Marigold had elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red. A statement that has been held with much skepticism by many pundits that viewed that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. Oh, there are multiple pages. Okay, cool. Publisher and author detained by Red Guard questioned. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility of the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. So, Caleb Manning was the popular author, and Mr. White, Philip White. This would not be the first time that the publishing house had defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. Marigold drops publisher. Local author and popular personality Marian Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold had past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the third prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Oops. Manning and White at press function. Was seen at the corner, suspicious bag under the something, waved down a local. This is the third major last year. It is anticipated, charged by the Crown. Manning was the last. The trial begins on Tuesday. Is expected to last up to, doesn't say how long, with grand treason. Wow. Okay. Actually, what are the dates here? November 11th, 86 to 87. So within a year. No traces discovered of Cinca heiress, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose stories are written under the pen name. Oh, okay. Marian Marigold. So Mary Matthew Jones is her name. Was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point and we are seeking information. Priceless jewels stolen in dramatic Royal Museum heist. September 2nd. Probably still of 87 or 88. Thieves in the royal capital of Fen Aries have broken into one of the Crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles, at least not until today, as local police and forensics experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds dredging for clues. The museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned ruby crown of Orinda Aries, the priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to its historic value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest the theft was politically motivated. Okay. Well, out of everything, the important information seems to be Mary Matthew Jones is his mother, the main character's mother, and the niece of Sinclair. Also, most likely Swimbird is the login password, because all we could see at that security terminal was the page itself with only the first letter not scratched out. So I'm going to guess that's what it is. Is there anything else in here worth looking at or reading? There doesn't seem to be. I should have turned off the power in the archives too, but then I wouldn't have been able to read that, so. That is not the worst situation. I'm gonna go this way if I can. Archive floor plan, closet, observatory. I don't know what these stars are. I don't have gems for it anyway, so I guess closet is the only thing I can do here, which is not good. That's very not good. What's this? Lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance of finding items. Okay. And another gem, which is good. I guess maybe I'll go north again. Use a key. You don't need keys for sale. A boudoir. What was that jingling sound? Was that maybe the lucky rabbit's foot? Telling me there's something in here? I don't know. Doesn't seem to have been. Okay. Seven locked doors. Ooh. But it's the only one that'll grant me access through, so we're going to do that. And the antechamber I can't open yet anyway. Okay, well, I'm going to open this door because it's telling me there's something in here. And I do have a couple extra keys. Oh, that's a spare key. That's helpful. Ooh! The one from the right opened. Okay. Ah, okay, neat. I can't get access to it, but it's neat. So that would probably lead me to the north. Maybe. I might want to sacrifice this run just to see. Nope, that's a way in. It led me in behind, which means that was a red herring door over here. How unusual. Okay, we're gonna have to use this. And I guess I'll do the commissary. It's really the only option here. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to 16. Which means probably open, because that red note is a lie. Assuming that the security thing still works. Dirigible locks. That's funny. There's a key on the ground. Cool, cool. That's helpful. Annual Maid's Day sale. 2 days only. All items up to 50% off. Day 20 and 21. Set of gems. Running shoes. I may as well buy this then. My run is close to over anyway. I may as well just buy whatever I can. Is it worth a shot? Oh, the dining room 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I kind of want to go do that. I want to know how many steps that meal will restore so I know for next time. We're going to sacrifice. That's funny. Okay. It's literally just a key wasting door. That's hilariously uncomfortable. Hilariously annoying, I should say. That's the better way to put it. And then if I go straight through, this is the dining room. Rank 8 has been reached. Because I know that I saw these in here. There we go. Today's main course, porterhouse steak. That looks so good. I don't know why it's just lemons, but you know. Plus an additional 10 steps if you have a showroom in your house. That's neat. We're going to have the dinner. That was absolutely worth coming back for. And then, is this door locked? Is a good question. Yes. And I don't have a key for it. So let's maybe try and turn right. We'll see if this is locked. Yep. Unfortunate, but understandable. I'm not going to go through the weight room. I guess I'll try and go back up to the commissary. Maybe there's some way I can get through there. I didn't actually check if that door going north was locked. But it's going to put me right next to here, so we'll see what happens. Also locked, okay. Bit of a waste, but I mean, it's not like I was going to make it through anyway. And unfortunately, security is pretty far away. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll go back to security. I'm going to try Swimbird as the password. Let's see if that works. I would believe that it will. I choose to believe what I am programmed to believe. Log into network. Swimbird. Okay, let me try with no space. Swimbird. Let me try lowercase, correct capitalization. Swimbird. Try it with a space. Try maybe all lowercase. Swimbird. No. Okay. Well, I tried. And therefore, no one should criticize me. Yeah, I thought I was right, but I guess not. Because it looks like it. It looks very similar. It starts with an S. And everything else is scratched out, but it was relevant to him. It seemed to be about the right number of characters. House manager, Mrs. Babbage. Okay. Oh, well. I think the dining room north door was locked. Vault key. Unlocks box 304. Well, I didn't find a vault room of any sort, so that doesn't matter. I guess I'll go check the weight room. If I've got enough steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, I'll just get tired. Alright. Call it a day. Actually, hold on. What were the other options? Resume day 2. Oh, that just brings me back. I am curious what happens if I say save and quit. Will it bring me back to this room in this state? I guess not. I'm going to see anyway just to check. So that's my latest room. Oh, that just calls the end of the day. It's showing you what happened. Well, hello there.
Thank you!
Just having fun with the new sound effects gone up? New. Okay, cool. Well, that's weird then. It gave me the option to save and quit, or save and exit. Oh, so I don't know if you've met Limu, Emu, and Doug yet. She talks a lot in Discord. She wanted a beetle button, but that was too weird and esoteric, so I gave her a beetle button from Wind Waker instead. Because,
Thank you!
yeah, it's Beetle from Wind Waker. Or I guess from Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom as well, but that particular sound clip I think is from Wind Waker. I'm pretty sure there should be text on screen as well that says this is supposed to be a beetle pun. I thought it was cute. I did my best to give her what she asked for while still making it not too weird. Let's do this one. Check one item and retrieve it another day. That's cool. I don't need it, but it's cool. I'm gonna grab the bedroom, maybe. It's a good spot to put it. Greetings from Reddington. I've been seeing a lot of clips on YouTube of some show. I don't know what it is, but the guy's name is Raymond Reddington. And that's all I can think of whenever I see this card now. Dining room is pretty far back, but it doesn't require anything. But the den will give me an extra gem. The dining room is really good, though. I'm going to get that because that's super powerful. Let's see what's in here. Pantry, hallway. It's a dead end, but it's also not too big of a deal. Pantry would dead end me. Oh yeah, the hallway won't take me through. Alright, well this is the only one that's not going to lead to a dead end, so we'll do the hallway. And I guess let's see what's up here. A nook gives me a key. You are more likely to draw green rooms while drafting. I don't have a gem for that. I'll make this a storeroom. Sure. Grab myself some stuff. A gold and a key and a gem. I giggled because I had a thought, but it was a stupid, incomplete thought, so I'm not going to say it. Even by my standards, it would have been a terrible pun that made no sense. So we're skipping that. I guess courtyard? Yeah, because that won't lock me out. Plus, I think I got the metal detector here last time. I don't know if it'll still work. Sledgehammer. Can shatter padlocks, unlock trunks. Okay. Sure. It's not the metal detector, but it's something. I guess I'll have to do the den. Which is okay. It's not an issue at all. Anything else in here I can grab? Ooh. This is a good time to check if this can be reused. It can. Oh, that's powerful. That's good. I like that. The key to the secret garden. What the heck is this? I mean, I understand it's a key to a secret garden. I'm just... Finding it won't be easy, okay? I suppose it wouldn't just be off from the courtyard. So I can go north or south. Let's try south. Pantry would dead end me. Closet will give me 2 items. We'll do the closet. What's this? Ivory die. While drafting, you may use the dice to roll new floor plans. Okay. Again, the question is that a single use? It looks like, yeah. Okay. So basically, only for emergencies. Let's go out the west first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, I may as well. I'm gonna need to prep more before I start forging north. I wish it was dinner time already, but it is not. 3. So do the ranks just count as, like, each step up? They might. Okay. Okay. I got you. Nursery. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. Which would have been great if it was the first one I got, but it's not. Spare room. I guess we'll go through. Sure. Pantry or parlor? Parlor is the puzzle. Probably get some more gems, which will be helpful. This is the black box, so this one's a liar. The black box is not empty, unsure. This is the black box, also a liar. So this one's true. Okay. I'm glad these are very simple logic puzzles. Watch me say that and then the box is empty. I wouldn't put it past myself. That's all I'm saying. I could do a chapel. It would cost me some gold. It would let me all the way through, though. Oh, gotta get rid of this. Ban. Utility closet or nook? We'll go for nook. I need that key. And I'm not gonna grab a chapel quite yet because the red ones are frustrating. Ah, billiard room. Ten extra steps or this puzzle. I haven't done this puzzle yet, so I'm curious. More than progress, I'm curious about the puzzle. Pool cue. And he did mention there was a version of darts with these. Okay, so it's just a puzzle. Which seems to only activate there. Because, like, if I do that, it tells me to go back to here. Okay. I'm gonna look around first. And see if maybe there's a clue somewhere. Rather than just rote memorization. I think it would be cool to have a pool table in my house. Not that I could ever afford one or that I really have space for it. But the thought is, I don't know that I would ever actually play pool even if I had a pool table. Like, I have gone a couple of times. Actually, before I was sick, and on the rare occasion I had money for it. Well, that would be interesting, Conop. I would like that. Now, nachos I could do. I actually try and keep those around as snacks. Before I derail myself too hard, there is actually a couple of pool halls not far from my house, and I went there a couple of times just to play when I had the money to do so because I thought it was interesting. But I am atrociously bad at pool, so I didn't do that often. Which I know is funny because you would kind of need to play more pool to get better at pool, and I just didn't. Although on the thought of nachos, that is something that I actually do try and keep around. I have some time ago decided that I would try and make good decisions for ingredients and things I could keep around my house to multitask. Or to, like, have on hand to make lots of things with few ingredients. And so one of the ones that I decided on was to keep nacho cheese and nachos around. So it was 2 and 20. Why did that go? because I liked making like loaded fries, loaded curly fries, or loaded tater tots, because those are what I can find up here. For whatever reason, in Canada, I can't seem to find curly fries, like good curly fries, anywhere. Which was really weird. 220. I'm not sure what the logic behind this is. It feels like this might just be rote memorization. Either that, or I'm doing the same thing I did with MistQuest, where I'm just brute forcing a puzzle that should have a decent solution. Or a logical answer to it, and I just don't know. Because it's not exactly a visual puzzle. Like, nothing spins, nothing rotates, nothing should go into its proper position. And these don't seem to indicate anything unless this is trying to indicate score? But I don't think so, because that's not what this would represent. Like, that's not a 20 slot. Because 2 in the center should be, like, single points. I don't even know if these are going to be the same puzzle solutions every time. Like, the puzzle boxes change. So am I going to have to figure this out every time I want to do this? If so, that'll be frustrating. 2018, 221. $225, okay. I hope this code isn't beyond 4 numbers. Okay, so 225, 4. 225, 4. And then why is it showing me 2 at once now? 12? No. There might be some sort of indication here as to the values, like the number values. Because the guy did say it was mathematical. Or the note that I saw earlier did say it was mathematical. So this one is 2. And this represents 20. I'm assuming represents 20. Right? 5, 4, for no particular reason, mind you. Like, I don't really understand that. Assuming this as well is 2 again, this isn't a number that's been accessed at all. I'm just gonna have to brute force it. Oh, okay, that worked. 225, 420 for whatever reason. 5, 4, 20, 12. Oh. I don't know why, but okay. I somehow figured it out for no particular reason. I brute forced the puzzle again. I just, like, there's no particular clues anywhere for even indicating what those marks on the board could be worth. And it wasn't point values. I mean, yes, but, like, do you see anything in here that would indicate point values or what I was going for? I'm trying. It just... The clues were not apparent enough for me to even logic my way through it. All I could do was brute force. I wish I didn't have to, but I did. Anyway, that's locked out, so we gotta go back up there now. Maybe there's something else further in the mansion that was supposed to tell me. I don't know. Sometimes I get locked out and I just have to think, or just try things until it works. I don't like doing it, but sometimes I have to. I guess I'll go this way for now, because I don't want to go through the chapel. That sucks. Is there anything kicking around in here? There does not seem to be. I'll check these again. See, this password doesn't seem to have changed. It looks the same as last time. With a theater, without a flower. Ah, neat. Salt shaker, shovel. Not that I can afford any of these, but I am curious about them. The only way that doesn't end my run is the drawing room, so we're going to do that. And we're going to have to go south. I'm really curious about those stars, but I don't think that's helpful. I guess we'll do guest bedroom for now. I think there's something in here. Oh, is that a key card? Key card. Cool. It's good because I haven't turned off the breakers yet. See, it's definitely supposed to be a mathematical puzzle, and I don't know what the math was. I wish I did, but I did not understand it. It wasn't like it was degrees of rotation from the offset points that were highlighted. It was just there. It just kind of happened. Oh, no, that wouldn't work either. I was going to say maybe that's like the dials on a phone, but that didn't seem right either. Here we go. Garage. So there is a garage, but I don't have a key for it. Like, I don't have a car key for it. Well, I know, I was trying to check my inventory. Oh, well. The chapel is the only way I don't get locked out. It does look like that's the only way to get to the garage, though, which is interesting. It has to be on the outside, and it can only be accessed from an inner room like this, which is good to know. Now, are there any keys in here or anything? Oh, there's some coins, which are good, I guess. I'll draft this, but I don't think I'm going to go in. Security room. Pantry. My partner gave me some Outer Wilds fan gamer merch, a big Nomai helmet pin, and a camping mug. Oh, that's awesome. I don't blame you whatsoever. You love them so much you don't even want to wear the pin to preserve it. No kidding. You know, I've got there is a local anime convention that happens here every year, and I haven't gone in, I don't know, probably like 5 or 6 years now. But one of the things they do is they make a pin set for each year, like really nice metal pins. And although I just wear them out because I think they're cool, one thing that I've seen people do with them is they have some of those big cork pin boards, and they'll just push the pins from each set into that. And then it's a nice little display as well, and you can just add to it as you go. So I don't know if there's more that you want to like collect over time, but that's a possibility. That'd be a cool thing. I'm not going to go into security or pantry. Maybe I'll just do that. Sure. I am curious. Oh. I definitely just want to showcase it in my room, but if I had it in my backpack and it got lost, I'd whine about it forever. Yes. Yes, yes. That I would 100% understand. Those pins I was talking about, when they first designed them, they also did something kind of frustratingly silly, which is they got the pins with those locking pin backs on them, but they were made out of metal, and because I'd wear mine on a bag, I'd end up like scratching my hand up anytime I had to reach into a bag. They changed them to rubber ones for the next year or the year after, but yeah, my hand really took a beating. So it looks like I may actually need a lever for this, because it's kind of busted. Either that, or because it's busted, the south door won't work. Because that absolutely looks to be the antechamber door lever. Maybe I just have to put it on a different section in order to get that to work. Why does that say 5? The clue you hold cannot be paid with gems nor coin, so toss away the sheets you find a worthy trade. Trees found inside will never shade. The gems that shine in night and rain. The clue you hold cannot be paid with gems nor coin. So toss away those sheets you find a worthy trade. Huh. Well, I can't, like, toss anything specifically. So it must be speaking metaphorically. An old weathered shovel looks like it could be useful for digging. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's cool. There is a courtyard too. How many steps do I have? 30? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go to the courtyard and dig. And hope that it won't, like, lock me out if I run out of gold on the way. Because I'm assuming this is not going to be a single use. But also, this no longer has anything to dig. There was a dig spot there before in the last run. Oh, here's one. A few old coins. Okay. Fair enough, I suppose. And the shovel does not get used up, so that's good. And the only way north is through the chapel. I'm just noticing these are numbered. Also, the maid is an angel for some reason. It's a chapel, but it's not particularly religious. The maid, the chef, the gardener, the horse jockey, the chimney sweep. I don't know what that one is. The queen. And what is that, like a farmer? It's not like I can interact with anything over here. I can't break anything. There doesn't seem to be any way to interact with anything in this room. So it might just be a clue for something later. I guess if I come by, I'll have to see if these have moved somehow. Those will be the easiest to check. 1 and 7 next to each other. Okay. Can't do that. Yeah, it looks like this run is over. Unfortunate. Hamster wheel. Okay. Oh, what are these? Ooh, gems. Still useless, but ooh, gems anyway. Okay, well, it's been about 2 hours. I think I'm going to call it on stream for today. We're like 10 minutes off from 2 hours, which is the usual amount of time. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here. And hopefully the game is popular enough to justify playing it more. Probably never. Probably never. I'm sorry, caught up. Roblox is not exactly high on my list of priorities. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll try playing this for about another week. and see if anybody joins or is more interested in seeing me continue, and we'll go from there to decide if I want to play more or not. Oh look, there actually is a hamster in here. He must have been sleeping on the bunk bed. Anyway, if not, I will try something else. I did also pick up There Is No Game, the Dimension Edition thing, which I think you also recommended, Connor. So I do have other things I can play. Oh, Doug, you got here just as I'm going offline. But hi, thank you for joining. I'm sorry you're catching right at the end of stream. Yep. I hope at least the French tacos were worth it for whatever you had to get. I hope they were delicious if you did manage to get them. Oh, that's alright. No problem. Here, enjoy the hamster running in his wheel while we talk. I hope you had a good day regardless. I was just saying, ooh, 40 minutes for a single taco is pretty lame. That's pretty lame. I'm sorry to hear it was not worth your time. No, look at him. He's interested. He's so cute. But we'll try and play this for about a week. We'll see if there's interest, if people want to come and watch it or not. And if not, then I'll switch to something else. I do have others I can play. I'm thinking either There Is No Game, the dimensional whatever it is, or I do have the Stanley Parable still. And I also picked up a game that's been on my wish list forever. It looked kind of cute. I have no idea what it is. It's called Tasomachi, the Town of Twilight, or something like that. So it's just so you're aware, Doug, this game is sort of a puzzle, sort of a dungeon builder. The idea is to get into this room back here, which is called the antechamber. There is apparently a connection between this room and room 46. Room 46 is what you eventually want to get to. Yeah. But the idea is this is all of the space of the map that you can explore. And you're trying to get through it to find the hidden room 46, which I'm guessing is back here, and that's the end of the game. But you build the house out room by room as you explore. And you have a set number of energy through the day. It is nothing like Among Us. Not a damn thing like Among Us. But you have a set amount of energy through the day, and as you're building the rooms out, you can unfortunately do what I've done and dead end yourself, where there's no more doors to go north. The house resets at the end of every day, so you start with just the entrance hall, and you build out from there, trying to make your way to the antechamber while opening the doors to get access through it. And that's all I really know. You gather your gems and your coins and your keys to help you through. You get tools that you find each day. Yeah. Yes, it is. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. So yeah, there's 45 available rooms, only 43 you can place. Yeah. There's a lot of weird things that are going to take a while to learn. The lore, as far as I know, is just what's been given in the intro, plus one lore dump that I found in a book. If you want to go listen to me read through it, you can do so on the VOD or on YouTube when I get there, or when I upload this. I'm still a couple episodes of Raft behind on uploading. But the idea is you're playing as the grandnephew of this guy named Herbert S. Sinclair. I think Herbert is his name. And Sinclair died, and he left you everything in the will as long as you can find your way to the mysterious room 46. So that's the goal. but there's no clues that he gives you outright, aside from the fact that the house changes every day. There's a few rules that, like, you can't bring stuff out or put stuff back in. Also, you can't stay overnight in the house. And that's all you really know. In the lore dump as well, I read through it all verbally if you want to hear it, but the Cliff Notes version is your mother is the niece of Sinclair. Right, gone up? But your mother is the niece of Sinclair, making you his grandnephew. And she was an author who disappeared under mysterious circumstances one day. Doug says it's giving Americans who say they are part Brazilian because their cousin's great-great-nephew of his is Brazilian. No. So Sinclair is basically the last of his line, but I guess either his brother or sister's daughter, which was his niece, it was his only living relative at the time. So that's the connection, is just Sinclair and his niece. And then his niece had a child, which is you, who is the main character of this game. You're the person that's or you're the player character. And you're now the only living relative, as far as you know, because your mother has disappeared under mysterious circumstances. I guess. I mean, it's sister's daughter's son. Let's put it that way. And that's who you're playing. The first thing I said in this episode was, what kind of relationship is a grandnephew anyway? And then I just figured it out through the lore dump. So, yeah. I don't know. We're figuring it out as we go. I've only been playing for just under 2 hours now, so I know about as much as you do, just vaguely more because I saw the opening cutscene. Anyway, as I said, I think I will call that a day anyway. I didn't name the hamster, he's just there. He's just kind of running around. I've never even seen him before. Okay, the hamster can be Hulkenberg. I am fine with that. If we see him again, I will try and remember Hulkenberg. Hey, look, it's an Atari. Okay. Say goodbye to Hulkenberg. Bye, Hulkenberg. And I will catch you guys tomorrow for Raft. I hope everyone has a good day. Conop, as always, it was wonderful to see you again. And I'm glad you had such a fun time away. See you, Doug. There we go. Stop streaming.